Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff is fixing her serve to start the US Open and the rest of her tennis career. Flushing Meadows, NY. There comes a time in every tennis player's career when they have to do something that truly scares them, something that cuts against how they have played the sport for a very long time. They've exhausted all the minor tweaks and cosmetic fixes. Now they have to do the hard reset. Into crushing the ball. Iga Swiatek had to stop trying to crush every ball and lean back into the patience that first took her to the top. Making adjustments like those in the middle of a Hall of Fame career is no small thing. They can involve fundamental changes in how a player holds the racket, swings the racket, or makes contact with a ball on any number of shots. 4 years now, Coco Gauff has been dancing around a hard reset of the most important and most complex shot of them all. Ever since she broke out at 15 with her run to the 4th round of Wimbledon, Gauff has had a feast or famine serve. When it's on, it's a nearly 130 miles per hour weapon that explodes the ball off her racket. It sails past her opponent before she can move for it. When it's off, the 21-year-old American can give away a set's worth of points with double faults. It's been off a lot lately. Gauff is 4-4 since she won the French Open in June, including a first-round exit at Wimbledon. She has hit 311 double faults in 2025, the most on the WTA Tour and 96 more than the next player back. After several resolutions not to lose matches to her own serve as much as her opponent, Gauff has stopped the tweaks and gradual adjustments. She is performing reconstructive surgery on a service motion that has been with her since the beginning. And she is doing it on the eve of the US Open, her most important tournament of the year and the site of her greatest triumph. I needed to make a change. Technical change to it, and I don't want to waste time continuing doing the wrong things, Gauff said in her pre-tournament news conference. Gauff tried tweaking her grip under the guidance of Matt Daly during the past year, but the fundamental flaws in the serve remained. It's a credit to her other skills that she WA. By the time Coco Gauff stepped into the heat of New York's late August sun, the serve had already changed. Not just technically, though that was the easy part, but emotionally, spiritually, fundamentally. The serve had been a knot in her career, a tangle of missed opportunities and double faults, a ghost that haunted her at match point. But now, as the US Open loomed large and the world once again turned its gaze toward the 20-year-old prodigy, Coco was ready to untie it. She wasn't just fixing her serve. She was rewriting her story. It started in silence, far away from stadiums and microphones, in a secluded practice court in Florida. Just her, a basket of balls, and a coach who didn't speak unless he had something to say. They called it serve camp, but it was more than that. It was tennis rehab. Coco came in laughing, joking, Instagramming her workouts. By the third day, her phone stayed in her bag. The coach, an old-school technician who once rebuilt Serena's toss, watched her serve like an engineer watches a bridge sway in the wind. He didn't care about her top 10 ranking or her doubles titles. He cared that her elbow was too low, her toss too high, her legs out of sync with her shoulders. Your save, he told her, has too much noise. Coco blinked. Noise. Emotion. Tension. Memory. Faye. We'll strip that out first. Then we'll build. Fixing a serve isn't glamorous. It's not like hitting winners or celebrating match points. It's repetition. It's sweating through the same mistake until your body forgets the wrong way and starts to remember the right one. It's breaking something that's been stitched into your muscle memory since you were 8 years old. In one session, Coco hit 300 serves and landed maybe 60 of them. In another, they worked only on her toss, an hour of tossing and catching, again and again, until her shoulder ached and her patience frayed. When she served in matches before, she had the speed, the power, even the angles. But she lacked one crucial thing: trust. Not in the ball, not in the motion, in herself. The serve, she was learning, was the truth teller of tennis. Ground strokes can lie. You can muscle them, angle them, slice them ugly. But the serve, it reveals you. Are you afraid? Toss it too high. Are you unsure? Rush the motion. Do you doubt yourself? Double fault. The sports world hadn't seen Gauff stouts. Not really. They saw the brilliance, the fight, the speed, the ability to cover court like she was born on it. They saw the wins over champions. They saw the French Open final, They saw the 2023 US Open title, when she broke through and lifted the trophy with the poise of someone twice her age. But what they didn't see were the long nights after tough losses, the doubts in her own ability to close matches with her serve, the silent prayers before stepping up to the line at 5-4 in the third. The world expected a champion, and she became one. But she knew, deep down, her foundation had cracks, and she was tired of pretending it didn't. I used to fear the save, she confessed to a reporter a week before the 2025 US Open. It felt like something outside of me, like a puzzle I couldn't solve. But now, I'm not afraid of it. I'm in control. The journalist smiled. That's a big shift. Coco returned the smile, but her eyes were firm. It's the start of everything. Opening night at Arthur Ashe Stadium. The lights were bright, the crowd electric, the summer night humming with anticipation. Coco stepped onto the court, visor low, braids swinging, her new save tucked like a secret weapon behind her warm-up jacket. She looked across the net. A talented but lower-ranked opponent. Dangerous, but beatable. The kind of player who could upset her if Coco's rhythm stumbled, if the save cracked under pressure. First point. New toss. New motion. Quiet mind. She served. Ace. The stadium roared. By the second set, commentators whispered about the difference. She's smoother, one said. More balanced. That serve's got teeth now, said another. The radar gun flashed 118 miles per hour. Not the fastest on tour, but consistent, confident, commanding. But for Coco, it wasn't about speed. It was about intention. Because this wasn't just about the US Open. This was about the next 10 years. About becoming the player she always knew she could be. Not just the youngest to do this or the first to do that, but a woman in full control of her destiny. Off the court, she felt it too. Her interviews had more clarity. Her eyes didn't dart with self-consciousness. She spoke about the serve the way a sculptor might talk about marble. I used to think talent was everything, she said. Now I know it's just the beginning. You have to deconstruct yourself sometimes to become who you're meant to be. Fans noticed. Commentators called it a new era. But her family knew better. She's not new, her father said. She's just becoming more of herself. And the deeper she went into the tournament, the more that save held. In the quarterfinals, down break point, ace out wide. In the semis, tense tiebreak. Two service winners and a drop shot set it up. By the final, she wasn't thinking about mechanics anymore. The serve had sunk into her bones. It was natural. It was hers. Championship point. Arthur Ashe was breathless. She bounced the ball 3 times. Breathed once. Toss. Lift. Swing. Ace. She dropped to her knees. Not just because she'd won, but because she had finally trusted the part of her game that once betrayed her. The serve had become her sword, not her shield. Her beginning, not her question mark. Later, in the press conference, someone asked what changed. She smiled, tired and glowing. I stopped seeing my save as a problem, she said, and I started seeing it as a possibility. That was the story of Coco Gauff at the 2025 US Open. But it wasn't just the story of a fixed serve. It was the story of what happens when a young woman takes ownership of her flaws, dismantles her fears, and builds a game, and a life, on her own terms. Because in the end, the serve is just the start of every point. And Coco Gauff, she's just getting started.